Scene opens with a dimly lit interrogation room. A single overhead light illuminates a metal table at the center. James Marlowe, disheveled, sits handcuffed. Across from him, Dr. Eric Saldivar, poised and clinical, studies a file. A faint buzzing sound hums in the background.
James, tell me about that night.
James twitches, his gaze flicking to an unseen security camera.
You won't believe me.
Try me.
The light flickers for a brief second. James inhales sharply while shaking.
Okay, here goes. It wasn't her. Not anymore, that is.
The room gradually darkens. The sound of a digital clock starts to tick. A faint red glow reveals a bed centered in the middle of what appears to be the Marlowe's honeymoon suite. Lily Marlowe, serene yet unsettling, stands in the shadows. James, in bed, awakens with a jolt. The clock blinks 3:13 a.m. A deep, unnatural silence follows.
She wasn't asleep. She wasn't breathing either. She was just staring.
Her head tilts sharply, bones cracking, body gradually shifting. James grips the sheets, paralyzed in fear.
Lily?
Her mouth parts slightly. No breath escapes. She remains motionless. Floorboards creak as James slowly slides out of bed. Lily's head jerks toward him. James stumbles back. The walls begin to ripple as if breathing. Shadows stretch toward him. Whispers fill the air, an indistinct hissing. Lights fade to black. Scene transitions to the kitchen, where a dimly lit table sits with a glass of whiskey. James takes slow sips as he questions his sanity. Lily glides into the scene.
Can't sleep, darling?
Her voice is melodic but eerily empty.
What's happening to you?
Lights slicker. Lily's skin appears too smooth, too taut.
I have always been me, haven't I?
Her fingers elongate slightly as she reaches for him. James blinks. For a brief moment, her face is gone. Just smooth skin.
You're lying.
Silence proceeds. Then a slow, wide grin creeps across Lily's face.
You finally see.
James lunges for a knife. The moment he moves, Lily's skin rips open. Underneath it was pulping blackened flesh and abyssal eyes. Her mouth splits wide, revealing jagged, glistening teeth. The walls begin to breathe again. James screams as his reflection in the window smiles back at him. His reflection, but not him. Lights flash, scene blacks out. A faint red glow illuminates James, breathless, dragging Lily's lifeless body down a staircase. Her mouth remains frozen in that unnatural grin. A gurgling sound seeps from her throat, her fingers twitching.
No, you're supposed to be dead.
Blackened eyes snap open. James screams. The basement walls shift, becoming organic, pulsing. Hands emerge from the darkness, reaching for him. A low hum vibrates through the air. It grows louder, overwhelming, inescapable. James clutches his head. Lights cut to black. Scene cuts back to the interrogation room. Dim light flickers back on. James trembles in his seat, staring at Dr. Saldivar.
She wasn't human. I had to do it.
Dr. Saldivar sets down his pen. Silence fills the room.
James, we exhumed her body.
James stiffens.
There was no black blood, no creature.
A single photo slides across the table. Lily's body in human form, stabbed 42 times, highlighted the entire crime scene in the photo. James' breath catches. He stares, his reflection in the photo. His eyes too dark, too black. Dr. Saldivar watches him closely. Then he smiles, his pupils slightly dilate. The lights flicker. James glances at the mirrored window. His reflection stays still. Then he smiles.
They're everywhere.
Lights cut to black. A single dim light illuminates James sitting on a cot, rocking, staring away at a cracked mirror. He now appears to be in a psychiatric cell. His pupils expand. The walls around him begin to pulse again. From the darkness, a whisper.
You finally see.
James gasps, choking on his breath. The mirror warps. His reflection remains still. Then slowly it tilts its head. A long, wet, alien tongue slithers from its mouth. Scene ends in black silence.